Molly, are you keeping watch? Are you keeping watch? Yeah, we're going to talk security here. A lot of people are nervous about coming out here. They want to be in the LVAs with, your nearest camper 50 feet away. I'm not doing that. You may have saw that on my video yesterday. Or previous. I took a ride through there. Man, it is packed. Oh, big time. So I'm going to show you how I feel comfortable being out here. I'm not alone. I mean, there is a camper there. There's another camper way over there. Yeah, there are people out here. And I'm going to show you what I do so I can sleep at night real comfortable. Alright, I have a 3-phase system. 4-phase, but we'll just talk about 3 for now. One of them is, and I use this on my ranch too in Florida. Actually, I use all 3 of these, not these specific, but the same setup I use on my ranch in Florida, which is notification, perimeter notification is 1 phase. The next phase is automatic lighting set off by an intruder or and then the 3rd setup is video recording surveillance, which is backed up on an SD and up in the cloud, which runs off, in both cases, the ranch and here, Starlink. So let me show you phase 1, which is my, get my fingers out of the way here, driveway monitor. So this is what I use here. Let's see, turn it on. It should be on with the batteries. I might have to change the batteries. Yeah, that's right, I forgot. Anyway, it has 4 zones. And the way I have this set up is I have the van set up for 4 zones. We have front, rear, passenger, and driver. And let's start off with the front. What they are these here driveway monitors. You'll see them a lot of ranch. This system here is good for 1 mile. So if you lived way out in the country, you had a ranch or whatever, you could put these way out at your gate. Maybe have a couple more in between. Maybe some repeaters if you had a 4-mile or 3-mile drive. My driveway is about a 1/4 mile long, so these work out really good on my ranch. So I use them here also. So I have one in the front, and then the ones in the rear, on the sides, I kind of hide them a little bit. They're in my fender well on my tires. And then I have on the other side, and I also have one up here in the rear. They're right here. And when one of these goes off, I get notified on the inside. It will actually say zone 1 activated, zone 2 or zone 3, and I know where the zones are. So then I just go to my monitor, which is phase number 2, and that is my blink system. It's you don't have to have it on Wi-Fi. It's a standalone. It's a little bit pricey, but I feel real comfortable with it. I have six cameras that are on a blink main brain. Let me show you the main brain. And it operates on 12 volt. And I have it right here. That's the main brain. Let me show you how big it is. It's pretty small. Here's my hand. That's it. I mean, it's a little tiny thing. It just plugs into a USB outlet that I have over my sink, and that takes care of all the cameras around. That takes care of all the cameras around here. I have the same system on my ranch, and it's a 6-zone system. You can buy different zones. I bought the 6-zone system. With that system, for all the cameras will work with at least a couple of 100 feet from the receiver here that's inside. 2 of the cameras you can have, it's called, it's a booster. You just flip a button on the back and it syncs with my module right here, and it's good for like 500 or 600 feet. Can I do that with 2 of the cameras? So if you had a camera way out by your gate, or you had one, you know, in your barn or your garage that's unattached to your house, you could have 2 of those cameras out there, because they boost up the transmitting frequency or the power on a frequency that your receiver can pick up in the house. So I have all of my cameras right now are just set for a couple of 100 feet, because I'm not putting my cameras out, you know, 600 feet from me right here anyway. So those are the cameras on. There's a blank camera right there. So I have 4 cameras. I have 4 on the van. Basically, they're on zones. I have front, rear, passenger, driver. And I have each camera, I marked it with a red, they're all marked, they're just lettered. And then I have trailer 1 and trailer 2. No, trailer 1 is also my interior. That's right. Trailer 2 is on the trailer here by the back door. The interior, I can use it outside too. It's marked trailer 1 or interior. If I'm going out doing errands and I'm leaving Molly inside, I put trailer 1 camera inside, so it keeps an eye on the whole inside, and I get to see how she's doing, make sure she's not having any issues. So that notifies me with an app at night. If something triggers these, I get a notification on my phone, and then it also shows me, it shows me what's going on outside. Or if I hear a noise, I can just pull up the feed for the camera that's in the direction that I hear a noise, and I can see outside. Just, you know, just like looking at any other video, I'm just looking at what's outside my van without actually having to pull a curtain back or popping my head out or coming out to see what's going on. So that works out really well. I like that. I've had no issues with that either yet. So the other option or mod is my third one, which is my motion detection lights, and that's so I have 6 of those cameras. I have 1 on the van. I have 2 on the trailer, 1 on each side. Then I have 4 here on the van, 1 on each side, front and back. And I just got those at Harbor Freight. And you can set them so that they only go off if there's motion. You can set them so it's an ambient light, and if somebody comes across, then it turns to a spotlight and shines up everything. That kind of eats up your battery, because it's always on at night, and I don't, you know, it's so dark here, I don't want to have a light on showing somebody that I'm camped out here. You know, I'd rather leave it pitch black, because you can't even walk here. It's so dark. There's no way you can walk around out here without a light. So I'm not going to give them a focal point to head for. So I don't have any lights on the outside on at night. And if something does come by, then it triggers the infrared and sets the light off, which again would set off my motion detections, and then I'll have a picture of what's going on too. Now these cameras are infrared, so I don't need a light to take photos and videos at night. It's just for me, or it's another security. If the spotlights come on and you're snooping around, you're leaving. You're not hanging around when you got lights on you. So it's just another option. So I mean, with these, and then I have my pew pew on the inside and bear spray, and I have other things if it really got really bad. But you're not going to have that problem. So so don't be. Well, there's a couple of other campers way up there. They got to be a quarter of a mile. That's a quarter of a mile up there where they are. So don't be afraid to get out, get away from the crowd. That's where you have the issues. All the issues in Quartzsite where they do have problems with theft and things like that. It's all of these VA long-term visitor centers where they pack them, thousands of campers in there. Yeah, you're going to have problems. You're going to have people in there that, are desperate, I guess. When I was in there yesterday, I saw a lot of shady setups. A lot of people living out of their tent, out of their car in their tent. So yeah, I like it out here. I'm not saying I'm not going to have problems, but it should be less chance of having that issue out here, especially at night. During the day, yeah, but maybe at night, no, because again, it's so dark. It's unbelievable how dark it is here. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Catch you on the next one. Bye.